I'm going to go straight into the topic of brain drain generally by beginning to say that yes, it's right that I'm a beneficiary of the system. I lived in the UK for about 18 years. I went to the UK to do my A-level program in 1992 or 1993 actually. And I came back to Malaysia in the end of 2009. It was actually my wife who qualified for the program at that time, not me. She was working in IT. The returning expert program did not exist yet at that stage, I think. It was under the old program. And I must say, the only thing that actually benefited me was the 2 cars. Nothing else would count at that time. And all this conversation about the income tax, the reduction of income tax, yeah, it's good to discuss about that. But I really doubt people who are living abroad, when they are thinking about moving back, they will sit down with the wife or with the children and discuss and say things like, kalau balik ni dalam masa 13 tahun, kita boleh jimat 239. So, I think nobody really thinks of that way. But if you really think about the incentives, if you look at it from another perspective, the fact that my wife qualified for the scheme, it was called something else, I can't remember what the name was. The fact that my wife benefited from the scheme and I became a beneficiary through her is actually a discrimination to people who are already in Malaysia. If you really think about it, there are many people who have not left the country, but you're rewarding those who are there outside. This is what the policy is doing. By virtue of giving them preferential treatment, including the 5-year lower income tax rate, you are saying to the rest of the country that actually you don't really matter. You continue to pay your 26%, 25% or whatever you're paying. But we will create a different class. You have the Bumi Putra and you have the returnees, who will get special privileges. And this to me, I think is really just simply unfair if you take the bigger picture. And it is really worrying if it is true that the policy could encourage more brain drain. I think if we are really talking about brain gain, trying to bring people back to Malaysia, we should not be talking just from the economic perspective. We should not be talking about just from the incentive point of view. It is insufficient to discuss economics without discussing the politics of the country. That's why most people today talk about the political economy environment rather than just the economic or the political environment. The experience of Taiwan is really telling because I think you quoted in the paper that many people actually return and they say one of the main reasons is love of the motherland, love of the land. So they love the country and they're willing to take a pay cut. So in order for you to love the country needs to be lovable first. If the environment is right, I think we do not need all these incentives. If the environment is right, the environment is welcoming enough, the elements of meritocracy, the elements of equality, freedom, liberty and all this is respected enough, we do not need all this incentive. We do not need to continuously discriminate people, just punish people simply because they have not moved outside. If only we give everyone equal rights, I think things will change.